Hello and welcome back to the Quinn and Connor experience, powered by Hunter Santos
Studios.
On today's episode, we have a very, very special guest, Brandon Moore.
He will be showing up in a few minutes. He's in the bathroom.
What he's doing in there? Who knows?
I'll make a note of that for your teacher.
We are currently in English class and waiting for Brandon Moore.
We gotta be quiet.
I just got out, boys. Didn't wash my hands.
Hello, Brandon Moore. Welcome to the Quinn and Connor experience. Connor, say hi.
Hello, Brandon.
How are you today, Brandon Moore?
I'm good.
Brandon Moore, we have a few questions for you today.
Oh, yeah, of course. What are they?
Where are your whereabouts on December 22nd, 2022?
My agent tells me not to disclose that information. Next question.
Okay. Plan. You're media trained, are you?
Mm-hmm.
I
Quite.
see. So I'd like to ask you about this constant PDA with your girlfriend. For instance, kissing multiple times in the hallway, making everyone around you very uncomfortable. With tongue.
There was no tongue involved. I've been asked this question many times by officers.
Officers are involved.
Officers have been involved, and no, there's no tongue involved.
Brandon
She
Moore,
kissed her 7
is it
times.
true that your wife beats you?
Moving on.
Okay. We're gonna take a break now and go to our ad here from our sponsors, Simon Klukas Roofing. Now, from our sponsor, Simon Klukas Roofing.
If you have a leaky roof or anything that's leaking from the roof, call Simon Klukas Roofing at 979-233-555.
I don't know what's so funny here, Simon. Simon, what is funny? This is a very serious business.
Very serious thing that happens to millions of people worldwide, and you can solve that. You could solve this.
But you're just sitting here
worldwide
laughing.
Yeah, you're just sitting here laughing. You're a hero amongst the people.
There are
man.
kids starving
Wear it
with
proudly.
leaky roofs.
Simon, I'm not sure what's funny.
Anyway.
Would you care to explain what's so funny?
I don't know. Don't have a leaky roof.
This is a very
Call us.
weird ad.
Call us. Thank you.
Is Simon Klukas in the?
Okay, back to our regularly scheduled program with Brandon Moore. Brandon, what do you have to say about that last ad?
I really have to say it's really just horrible that he would laugh at such a worldwide crisis such as leaky roofs.
I'm personally offended. Actually, my 80-year-old grandma, her roof is leaking, and it's not funny. It's not funny.
Like I know him.
I'm actually extremely disappointed in Simon Klukas' Roofing's job on this podcast. We invited him as a personal member to advertise a business and a serious cause, and he laughed at it. He will no longer be bringing Simon Klukas.
I'm offended. I'm shamed.
This
I'm
man,
My
extremely
grandma,
offended.
my 80-year-old grandma,
His grandmother is struggling.
Like-
He's laughing.
and
he may
his
now, he
guys
may have
aren't even
spent-
on the job.
He may have spent millions of dollars putting in that ad and funding this podcast, but man, I'm really just disappointed. And like I believe in this cause very thoroughly, and he really just laughed in our faces.
My uncle.
He's still laughing.
He's still here. He is here. Simon Klukas, everyone. Yeah, laugh it up. Here, bring it back. Yeah,
Yeah, real funny, Simon.
yeah. Real classy, pal. Real classy.
I had a neighbor. They hired him. Took him 6 hours to get there after schedule, and he sat around all day. They took a
Laughing.
few shingles off, laughing. In fact, there was nails everywhere. I'm extremely disappointed in their service.
The other day, I actually saw Simon Klukas rip off the "Don't Rip Off" tag of a mattress while it was in the store. It was really, I can't believe this man is a millionaire. Like, how did he get this far in life with that kind of attitude in this kind of ways? Like,
That's how they are. Those millionaires.
this is just how Simon Klukas is, really.
Speaking of mattresses,
This guy.
he roofed the mattress store, and now it is leaking, and all the mattresses were ruined.
And he's still laughing.
Here he is. Here he is. Fun fact, Simon Klukas is actually the kicker of the football team. But really, we should kick him off the football team.
That to say, we are extremely disappointed in Simon Klukas Roofing, and we do not recommend them. Back to our regular scheduled program again.
Regular schedule.
Even though that was the regular scheduled program, we just had to butt in here and say how disappointed we are with Simon Klukas.
And the performance he's giving right now, like really,
Like,
can't believe this guy.
okay, back to interviewing who's important. Now, Connor has his next segment, and we are so sorry about that interruption. We just felt it was very important to stress our frustration,
Yeah, to really,
to vent.
really up.
Brandon, you're not running this podcast. You're the guest. Connor, what is your next subject?
Yeah, it's extremely disappointing to see such low quality act in roofing business. You know, my dad and grandfather ran a roofing business for 20 odd years, and it's very extremely disappointing to see that they would take this job as such a joke.
Did you hear that? I hear a leak in our roof.
Yeah, because we're filming in the mattress store.
I wonder why. There's a leak in our roof. Simon, what do you have to say about, you know how you roofed our studio?
The mattress store?
And how there is currently several drops of water I feel on my hand
You
right
have to keep the buckets on the floor.
Simon, why are we laughing? Simon!
regular business.
This is disrespectful.
Simon, put a bucket under the drops.
Okay, moving on. Moving on from roofing. Brandon Moore, back to you. Back to who's important.
Brandon, tell us about your story.
All right.
Brandon, where were you born? What hospital?
All right. Okay, I'll start from the beginning since Connor asked. Darkness. I emerge from the womb, screaming of the child. Because that's what all babies do, I'm pretty sure, except some who are just incredibly calm coming out of there. I was bald. There was no hair to be found. There still isn't. I'm wearing a toupee. The mustache is real. Other than that, nothing else. I'm fully hairless, like a cat. But
Alopecia?
anyways,
Can you tell us about your struggle with alopecia?
the alopecia, yeah. It was really, it's been all my life, really. It's been hard, just like I am right now.
Hard-minded.
Hard-minded.
PG, please.
Yes, of course. Hard-minded in my pants.
Okay, Brandon Moore. Brandon Moore, back to your story.
That's my story. But anyways, after I was born, about maybe 14 years go by, here I am now.
A global celebrity.
A gullible celebrity.
Yeah, that we have on our podcast, which Simon Klukas relayed back to his obsession with the LOL podcast. And Harper Zilmer. Who knows?
I have heard of this obsession. See, in the celebrity world, we hear a lot of things about other celebrities, but I've heard many a thing about Simon Klukas and Harper Zilman. It was
Zilmer. Yep,
yeah.
that's Maddox Benson's.
Yeah, there's photos everywhere in his room. The other last year at the
Allegedly.
Last year at the Met Gala, he wore a dress made out of her skin. Really weird.
Why was he
don't
wearing
know.
a dress?
I ask him. Ask our roofing stud
He's still laughing.
next to me, who happens to be laughing.
What do you have to say for yourself, Simon?
What do you have to say for
about
yourself, Simon
your
Klukas?
obsession, borderline stalkerish tendencies?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have a few minutes left in class.
I have to say it was a kilt, not a dress. Very masculine.
Chromebooks back in the proper
Especially when
place.
the wind starts blowing.
Was it made out of her skin?
Close your class with the
Definitely not. Definitely not.
Fingernails and hair were probably involved.
All right, that's it for the
That's it for
Connor and
today's
Quinn experience.
Episode 2, coming Monday.